and now we come more so towards the southern region of Mirabaran. While the terrain is a bit more different towards the very south coastline compared to the north, it is not as hilly as you like to call it up north.
Yeah, I like this one a little bit because it's just a change up from what we've seen so far. We had two very, very hard western shift circles yesterday. Then we had a bit more of a northern shift, and now we're liable to get something in towards the center of the map or potentially down to the south. That's going to be a little bit more comfortable for the likes of Cerberus in Picado Bay, who are in La Bendita, and Fury in Los Leones. Interestingly, there isn't the second team contesting Los Leones this time. Not that it's really much of a contest per se, but there is actually only one team looting in Los Leones, which is Fury, and that's obviously their standard drop location, has been for a very, very long time. But yeah, interesting to note that I can't remember who it was actually that was dropping in Los Leones with them, has gone for an alt drop this time.
That was Purple Mood who did drop Los Leones for match number 1. I did say though that I didn't think much would come from it. In the end, nothing did come from it. They just looted the west side, did Fury, and Purple Mood the east side. And obviously, based off this plane path, I mean, Los Leones is not going to be the place for Purple Mood this game. So, as you said, did alt drop here up to the very far north, close by to Oasis. Which, look, Los Leones is the kind of city that it's large enough that you can quite literally have two teams looting in there without there being really an issue. One of the benefits of as well as looting in Los Leones is when it does come to those hot drops, say the last game or the second last game of a tournament, it's a lot harder to drop directly on a team that's looting in Los Leones. It's just too large. What you kind of have to do is drop around the city and block off some of those routes out of Los Leones instead. So it's a little bit more tricky. As we look at LG Divine, they just don't know what it's like to lose on Miramar for PCS3 APAC. And yet, despite that, they're only 10 points clear of second and third. So if you had have said to me after 5 games, Jordan, that LG Divine would have 3 wins of the 5, I would have thought they would be having a massive lead.
Yeah, 30 points coming from just the wins, the placement points. So 3/5 of their total points just coming from the wins here on Miramar. It does raise some questions, doesn't it? You think about all the work that they can get done in the other aspects of the game. You know, they're not getting large amounts of frags. They're certainly below teams like Buriram and Fury, who have been heavy fraggers based on some of their games. And then even the placement points on Erangel definitely going missing. So that's the main storyline for me. I mean, LG Divine, credit, of course, for the performances on Miramar. But still questions. And, of course, there's always going to be questions early in a season of PCS. So they're not the only one that has questions surrounding them. I think there's a lot even for Fury right now. Like, why is Miramar being such a struggle for them when it historically has been such a good map for them? So, you know, shoes on the other foot in some respects for other teams. Angel Alliance as well didn't really get a whole lot done in game 1 of today, where they were quite good in the first 2 games of Miramar yesterday. Interestingly enough, taking a quick peek at where they are. And they're just out to the west of Los Leones. So they've rotated in pretty early. They've got a nice 2-2 split here, hoping for a bit of a circle shift straight in towards the center, which will keep them quite safe. But that's still a way to go. A lot of teams rotating early, though, for this circle.
Rabbit X from Hydra Gaming, sitting in 8th place right now, which I think for these guys, a top 8 finish is spectacular. I mean, they haven't played in PCS for the entirety of 2020,